The enemy AI in Ready or Not is what truly defines the experience. These aren't just basic enemies that run into your crosshairs, they're smart, unpredictable, and genuinely challenging. What makes it even more intense is that you can't just shoot anything that moves, you have to positively identify whether someone is a threat before you engage. That single mechanic forces you to think and react like a real tactical operator, not just a gamer. Combine that level of restraint with enemies who will flank you, take hostages, or even fake a surrender, and Ready or Not quickly becomes one of the most dynamic and realistic shooters I've ever played. Whether you already own Ready or Not or you're thinking about picking it up, this breakdown will help you understand what's really going on behind the scenes. Let's take a closer look at the AI in Ready or Not on PS5. Let's start off with the enemies. The AI in Ready or Not isn't just reacting randomly. Each suspect actually evaluates their situation using a list of possible actions: attacking, fleeing, hiding, or surrendering. What makes it feel so organic is the range of variables behind those decisions. Health, whether they're outnumbered, how close the threat is, and access to cover all play a role. So if a suspect is injured, cornered, and has nowhere to run, they're probably going to give up. But another suspect with more options might resist, or even set up an ambush.
Talk. Secure the area. Down on the ground. Hands up! Do it now! This is... Hands on your head! Police, don't move! Police, get your hands up! Drop your weapons now! Police, hands up! Police, you're under arrest! Police, get down! Drop the weapon and get down slowly! Keep your hands up! Hands up! Do it now!
The system behind this behavior is called utility AI. Instead of relying on simple if this then that rules, the game constantly scores each potential action based on different factors, like threat level, current health, or available cover, and chooses the highest scoring option in real time. This setup makes the AI feel more believable and less scripted. One suspect might drop their weapon immediately, while another might play dead or try to flank you later. It also gives each AI a unique personality without needing custom scripting for every single encounter. And honestly, that's what makes Ready or Not great. Every level feels different. The suspects and even the civilians can frustrate and distract you in ways that feel surprisingly real. It adds tension, unpredictability, and forces you to stay sharp. Now contrast that with your SWAT teammates. This is where things get a little ugly. These bots operate on a much more scripted system. While they can breach, clear, and arrest, they don't act autonomously like enemies do. Most of their actions require direct player input. I know this map is tight, but it still bugs me when the shield guy is hanging out in the back. And sometimes your team just likes to cuddle. These moments are frustrating, and honestly, at this point in gaming, you would expect developers to have this stuff figured out. That said, they do occasionally act on their own, engaging threats or arresting suspects, but don't expect them to take initiative. You're still the one calling the shots. And to be fair, we should give the devs a little grace here. Ready or Not is a tactical shooter where the goal isn't to rack up kills, it's to move methodically, preserve life, and complete the mission cleanly. It's a hard balance to pull off. The AI needs to be helpful, autonomous, and careful not to ruin your perfect run, all at the same time, and that's no small task. It's only fair that we criticize the enemy AI as well. One of the biggest misunderstandings in Ready or Not is how the AI hears you. Since the developers haven't released official stats on hearing ranges or reactions, we turn to some older community breakdowns. Shout out to Ryoka for putting in the work. I linked the video in the description. Their findings suggested that gunshots will alert suspects, but shouting for compliance or killing someone tends to trigger a response from a much greater distance. It's tough to test precisely without built-in clipping or spectating tools, but based on my own experience, staying stealthy and ready or not is extremely difficult. The moment you spot a suspect, either you or your team is yelling or shooting, and your position is instantly compromised. So while it's interesting to know how enemy sound detection works, it doesn't offer much practical value for staying undetected in most missions. I find this gray area annoying. I think a lot of value could be added to the game if there were more stealthy approaches, at least in the beginning of the level. But for the most part, you are thrust into firefights, and the opposition knows exactly where you are. I would also like some more transparency surrounding this topic, so I hope the devs drop some knowledge for us soon. So is the AI in Ready or Not smarter than you think? In some ways, absolutely. The suspects feel dynamic, unpredictable, and they add a real tension to every encounter. The utility AI system does a lot of the heavy lifting. But your SWAT teammates? Yeah, they still need some work. And the lack of transparency around mechanics like sound detection leaves a bit to be desired. Still, understanding how the AI actually works and where it falls short can help you play smarter, manage your squad better, and know what to expect in high-stakes moments. If you learned something new in this breakdown, leave a comment and let me know. Also, let me know if you picked this game up and want to play sometime. I've been having a blast with it. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.